Hi, this is Larison. Welcome to lesson 4 for HSK1 discussion class. Let's quickly look at these two grammar points. Who and which. Who and which is also part of the WH questions in English language. We also make use of that in Chinese language. Who is a question word that we usually use every time, every day. Like when we meet people for the first time, we usually want to know, who are you, or who is she? Or what about which? We also use them every time when we meet people or we want to know which country someone is. You can ask, which country are you from? Or which book, which key? All those things are one of the important questions that we use day to day in English language, and also we make use of that in Chinese language. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss how to ask and answer questions with who and which in Chinese language, which is 谁 and 哪. Stay tuned. Now turn to the page 23 of your HSK1 textbook. 谁是李月? 谁是李月? Who is Li Yue? Li Yue is a name of a person. 谁 on its own is an interrogative pronoun used to ask about someone's identity or someone's name. So we have 谁是李月. We can also put the 谁 at the end of the sentence and still make the same sense. For example, we can as well say 李月是谁? 李月是谁? Who is 李月? Both are the same. 李月是谁 and 谁是李月? So in response, let's take for example that 李月 is a student. So we can simply respond with 李月是学生. 李月是学生. When we have questions with a part of WH questions, all we need to do is to repeat the information and change only the question word. Now, our question was 谁是李月? So, we remove the question word, which is 谁, and then respond with 李月是学生, meaning 李月 is a student. 李月是学生. Now, that 学生, we can also put that as a kind of question. For example, we can say 学生是谁? 学生是谁? Who is the student? Or 谁是学生? 谁是学生? So the both can go, and we can as well respond with 学生是李月. 学生是李月, meaning the student is 李月. The student is 李月. So have you seen how we've gone around it? We say 李月是谁 or 谁是李月? And in response we say 李月是学生, and the question can then turn around, giving us 学生是谁? Who is the student? I would say 学生是李月. But if we have a pronoun in the question, for example, who is she? We cannot say 谁是她? Who is he? We cannot ask the question directly. Why? It is because she is a pronoun. So we have to turn it upside down, giving us 她是谁? 她是谁? By doing what? Leaving the question word at the end of the sentence, giving us 她是谁? So I usually suggest for everyone, when asking questions in Chinese language, for you to avoid mistakes, it's far more better that you put the question words at the end of each sentence to avoid mistakes. So we don't say 谁是她, we can simply say 她是谁? 她是谁? Literally meaning he is who. But in original translation, it simply means who is he. So 她是谁? Another thing that I want to let everybody to know is Chinese doesn't distinguish genders. So for example, as we ask who is she, we say 她是谁. If we want to ask who is he, we can as well say 她是谁, because 她 in Chinese means threatened. It means he, she, and it. So we can use that 她with 3 of distance. So that is how we do it in Chinese. So we don't distinguish genders while pronouncing, but the difference is in writing. So when we write 她 of he and 她 of she, it's always different from each other. So the next one we have on the screen is which is 哪. For example, we ask which book? Which book? We say 哪本书? 哪本书? 哪 means which. 本 is a major word for books. Major word for books. What is major word all about? Major word is what we use to specify a certain quantity of a given noun. A certain quantity of a given noun in Chinese language. Or the way this measure word works in English might not be the same in Chinese language, so usually different. For example, in English language, we usually say a pair of shoes. So in Chinese, we have many major words that we use to talk about a particular thing. So every noun in Chinese has its own major word, but we'll discuss more of the major word in our next lessons. Now, another example, we can as well ask, 哪个人 哪个人 mean which person. Girl is also a major word for persons. 哪个人. So after saying 哪本书 which book, we can say 哪个人 which person. What about 哪个国家 哪个国家 which country. Girl is also a major word for that. 哪个国家. But usually in Chinese, in a situation whereby you don't know the major word to use, you can use 个 to classify all. So maybe in case maybe you forgot the major word for books, which is pen, and you don't know what to say, you can as well say 哪个书 So removing 哪本书, so 个 can generally be used, but we cannot say 哪本人 or 哪本国家. No, it is wrong. So other major words like pen can only be used for things like books. So 个 can be used for everything. So that's just it. You can also ask 你是哪国人 你是哪国人 which country are you from? So you can just keep on practicing more, just practice more on how to use who and which on your own leisure time. So should in case you have any question concerning this, you can drop your comment at the comment section. You will definitely get answers from there. So today we'll be rounding up here. Today we've been able to learn how to use who and which in Chinese language, which is 谁 and 哪. And we've seen is a kind of easy. So all we need to do is to keep on practicing. That's just what it's all about. So in our next video, we'll also be discussing about two words, which is the and n. So you can go behind us to study it. This discussion is on our page 24 of our HSK1 book. So you can go there to practice more. Then in our next video, we'll do the video and discuss it together. Please, if you really enjoyed today's lesson, kindly hit on the red subscribe button, turn on your notification bell for more video updates. See you next time in our next video course. 再见, goodbye.